7'4" builds will break NBA 2K26. In this video, I'll be testing 7'4" Victor Wembanyama for the first time in NBA 2K26. And when I mean testing Victor Wembanyama, this is what you guys will be seeing. Dribbling with a 7'4" center, shooting, dunking, alley-oops, self-alley-oops, layups, post go-to shots, post fades, defense, greening rebounds, bump steals, and most importantly, how the gameplay feels as the tallest build in NBA 2K26. Like the video right now for more inside NBA 2K26 information, because right after this video, I'll be showing you guys why 6'9" builds are going to be unstoppable. So if you are new to my channel, click that subscribe button now. Oh, and we are so close to 800,000 subscribers. If you're new, subscribe. First thing we are going to test is dribbling on a 7'4" build on NBA 2K26. Now, immediately when dribbling in NBA 2K26, you are going to notice the speed of the game. In my personal opinion, I would say NBA 2K26 feels like a mix of NBA 2K22 dribbling and a mix of NBA 2K23. Now, before anybody's judging saying this doesn't look any faster than 25, listen, this build is 7'4". You are not supposed to move like this on a 7'4" build at all. I don't care who you are, this should not be happening and giving you the opportunity to move this fluently with the ball. Okay, now Victor Wembanyama is one of one, he is an alien, but I believe that if you put together the right dribble moves, this build can get insane. Like, I'm talking the best of the best dribble gods get a hold of this, and then they start to lab up all of these new dribble moves and the best dribble moves for this height of build. They are going to be crazy, but I'm just showing you the potential of what these builds could do when we get to the park in NBA 2K26. Next is dunking. Dunking with 7'4" Victor Wembanyama is the easiest it has ever been. I mean, come on, y'all see this one-handed dunk hanging on the rim? Well, if you like what you see, just wait till you see the pick and roll lob with Victor Wembanyama. Like, who is stopping this in the park? But wait, it doesn't stop there, because the pausing is back in NBA 2K26. For my OG slashers out there, or for any interior finisher from back in the day, or just anybody with a higher driving dunk, you guys remember the pausing. I don't think this needs an introduction. You guys can see on your screen for yourself. It's giving me NBA 2K21 current gen, NBA 2K20 dunking vibes. Like, look at that. I just baptized bro. Just know that if you can get into the paint with this type of build, you are going up with the dunk and you're going to convert that dunk damn near every single time. Like, nobody is messing with you. The next thing we got to talk about is the brand new self alley-oop system. You guys just seen that. I missed a wide open self alley-oop, or well, was it wide open, but I would have converted that if the old controls remain the same. Now, whenever I went up with that alley-oop using the PlayStation controller, you guys can see it was select to circle. Circle would be, for me on Xbox, B, and usually that's not the button you go up with. So like they said, when you guys throw a self alley-oop, to make it more difficult, they have added this system to where it will pop up a random button on your controller. On PlayStation, it could be triangle, square, X, and circle. On Xbox, it could be A, B, Y, or X. You just need to time it correctly. Now, trust me, I tried for a very long time to get more self alley-oops, but it was genuinely super hard to do. Every time I would either call for a screen or just try to find an opening to throw this self alley-oop off the glass to, you know, see what other buttons would pop up and just to really test it to see how difficult it was to use, I would always end up getting stuck and turning the ball over because the defender would kind of cut me off, and it would just turn me into an animation to where I could not convert it. Now, obviously, when you're playing in-game in park, it's way different. Kids don't play defense like an AI, so it's obviously going to be possible. Now, I do like that because it adds a skill gap and people are gonna have to know their buttons and, you know, think very quickly. However, that's just the only clip that I have shown in this video. But really quick, if you are 18 plus, I need you to listen. I need you to DM me on Instagram right now, because I am giving money back to all of my supporters on August 29th, day one of NBA 2K26. All you have to do is like my recent Instagram post and comment on my post saying, Clutch, I'm from this video. I just want to make sure everybody gets right before NBA 2K26. Next, we got to talk about the shooting on a 7'4" build. Now, some clips in this were on pro difficulty and others were on Hall of Fame. Now, obviously, I wanted to test this game. This was my very first build that I ever used at Community Day. The very first thing I wanted to do was try out the 7'4" build. And honestly speaking, shooting in NBA 2K26 as a whole is not not that difficult. I'm gonna say this right now. Sadly, I feel like there will be more Zens than ever before because of this pure green window. And even when creating real builds in the builder and testing them out with the lower 3-point rating, I was shooting very consistently. Like, it is not a hard 2K to shoot in, and I've only been able to play it for 9 hours. Now, yes, that's a long period of time, but I've used, you know, probably 10 plus builds, and I have yet to struggle, if that makes sense. Now, the next thing I'm gonna talk about is the driving layup with the 7'4" Victor Wembanyama. Now, I'm sure you guys could all imagine that it's going to be super easy, and yes, it is. We are 7'4", and Victor is super athletic and has really nice finishing attributes. So, of course, there was no struggle here. Now, the most fun part was that I was able to combo, get into the lane. Being taller than everybody else, I was still able to finish through and over all of the defenders. Next, being 7'4", we gotta be able to shoot post fades in the brand new post go-to shots. I'm gonna say right now, post go-to shots are extremely broken, so you guys need to stay on the lookout for that. Now, in this footage that I recorded with Victor Wembanyama, I was trying to figure out the post go-to shots with Victor Wembanyama. I never figured out how to do it until I was using my 6'9" Cooper flag build, which you guys will see shortly after this video goes live, so stay tuned for that. Essentially, all you have to do when you are in the post, hold LT, hold up on your right stick until your player completes the animation, and then let go once you believe you are in the green window, you know, to green your shot. And every player has their own specific animation, but I believe post go-to shots have just made post scorers even better, okay? Victor Wembanyama's is actually insane. It throws the ball out so far, and nobody's gonna be able to contest you at all. And he's 7'4", so I don't know what 2K's thinking if they just want Victor to be the absolute best player in the game. I mean, it's pretty hard not to be at 7'4", but it's actually just insane. I really don't know what to say. So a lot of people are gonna have a lot of fun with it, but I am scared for anybody who is a streamer, and there is toxic post scorers out there that want to stream snipe and do this and that. But hey man, all I gotta say is it's out there, okay? Post go-to shots for post scores is a thing for real. They were not lying. Post fades, you know what I'm saying, it's your typical, all right? Post fades have always been nice. Victor Wembanyama has a nice post fade. Gonna be pretty nice overall. Next, I'm gonna talk about defense and greening rebounds. Really quick, you guys need to understand greening rebounds is essentially just regular rebounding. Now, there is timing behind it, so if you do time it correctly compared to your opponent, if you timed it right, you're gonna get the rebound. They're just adding the visual underneath your feet, but essentially you guys have always been greening your rebounds when you guys have been going up for boards versus your opponent. Now for defense, self-explanatory. He's got the longest arms imaginable. You're gonna block 3-point attempts. You'll be able to protect the rim pretty well, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the only thing Victor lacks is his strength, being a toothpick pretty much, but other than that, you guys should know how his rebounding is and how his defense is. Now after playing with Victor Wembanyama for over an hour and 30 minutes in play now, yeah, that's crazy. I spent an hour and 30 minutes in play now, but that was my first build. I was really trying to get used to it, get a feel for the game. The most annoying thing of all time in NBA 2K26 that I have noticed is bump steals. Yes, now I am 7'4". I don't have the highest ball handle, but I lost the ball so many damn times. I don't think y'all understand. Now, I was playing right next to Grinding, and Grinding was using players like Steph Curry, you know, a lot of the guards like Anthony Edwards, and he was experiencing the same thing as well. I don't know about y'all, but I absolutely hate bump steals when, you know, the defender isn't even doing anything to get the steal, and yet you'll still lose the ball. I kind of feel like it was very common. Now on Victor Wembanyama, I was more or less going for self alley-oops, or I was throwing the ball behind my back. That makes sense, right? I don't have a really high ball handle, and doing it behind the back and then throwing a self lob, like, it makes sense. But whenever I was looking at Grinding's monitor and he was, you know, experiencing the same thing, it kind of worries me. So we'll just have to see how that plays out for ourselves. And most importantly, my thoughts and my opinions on the gameplay, on how it feels as the tallest build in NBA 2K26. Honestly, I was blown away with how fast I really was and how responsive NBA 2K26 is as a whole. From every movement with my left stick to all my dribble moves with my right stick, everything feels extremely precise. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but 2K has a pretty decent delay when it comes to dribbling or moving your character. It always seems like you're just a little bit behind when you let go of your stick. It will still be walking for a second and then it stops. This year, when it comes to flicking your stick, it's like automatic. You feel feel like you have complete control over your entire player, over every single move that he does, whether it's the left stick moving, running around, or it's the right stick dribbling. It feels insanely responsive, and that's what I really love, honestly. And then of course, the gameplay itself is way faster, way smoother. It just feels nice. Like, that is the way that I can put it. It feels nice. I'm not gonna sit here and say it feels arcadey like the old, 2K system where everybody wants to dribble like, back in the day. They're obviously never gonna go back to that. But what I can say is that it's smooth. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. You don't feel blocky. Number two, it's responsive. So that means all your dribbling is going to be strictly from you, and there's not going to be anything in between of like, oh, I was delayed so I can't do my right moves. No, I really like how this feels so far, and I'm just excited to get into the park and really see what this game is about. Now, if you enjoyed today's video and want to see my next video, I'm about to post it right now, so make sure you guys go back to my channel, refresh my page, and go watch 6'9" builds are unstoppable on NBA 2K26. You guys are not going to want to miss it, so make sure you guys drop a like, click that subscribe button if you're new, turn on my post notifications so you never miss an early NBA 2K26 video. And if you guys want some money, make sure you guys are 18 plus and live in one of those orange states. Make sure you like and comment on my Instagram posts so I can DM you and I can get you some cash on August 29th when NBA 2K26 comes out. Thank you guys so much. I love you all, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.